Hello and welcome to Newton News. Before really getting started here, I'd like to inform you that this week's special edition is towards the end of the program, and it's a member of CARM, that's C-A-R-M, explaining why Jesus did exist. For those of you who are skeptics of the existence of Christ, thinking that he is just a mythological figure made up by either people who tend to do drugs often or people who tried to lie on purpose. He demonstrates in his video clearly why this is a ridiculous claim based on historic evidence that we have. Now, let's start with religiousness. Other religious leaders and claims that Christianity was used for terrorism and violence. Not in true Christianity, that focuses on Christ, his atonement, glory, and grace, and not a works-based salvation, but a Christ-based one. And to you, Newton, for today's weather. Well, it looks a bit cloudy and a bit sunny, maybe more cloudy than sunny, and it's reasonably warm for the fall. And back to you, Newton. Now to Newton for sports. And now for sports. The senior females and guys team, as well as the junior boys of St. Thomas Aquinas Secondary School, have made it to OFSA. Of course, not all members of the team get to go to Ottawa, as only the top 6 from the WASA race get to go. Hopefully the team members and the whole school will stop blaspheming God and be thankful to Him for the victory. And to you, Newton, for business. The dollars up. The dollar has gone up. The British pound is up. The euro is down. The S&P/TSX is up. The Nasdaq is down. The Dow is up. The nickel is up. The gold is down. The oil is down. The ISCO is down. And the prime is staying the same. Back to you, Newton. Now for a quick interview. And so this is Noah Jennifer, and she is about 5 years old now, possibly 6. She's a soft-coloured Wheaten Terrier, and let's see if she has anything to say. And there you have it. In news, Turkish people still struggle as the earthquake, though happened days ago, still affects the Turkish people. This certainly reminds me of Jesus' words in Matthew chapter 24, verse 7 through 8. Countries will fight against countries. Kingdoms will rise against kingdoms. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. These things are the beginning of both things. Also in the news, Libya, the country predestined to be set free from dictatorship, may or may have already accepted Sharia law. We might have more about that next time, but for now, a member of CALM, Christian Apologetics and Research Ministry, answers the claim, did Jesus exist?
There are many radical skeptics today who claim that Jesus did not exist, or they seriously doubt his existence. However, there are a number of critical problems with doubting Jesus' existence due to the early and abundant evidence that we have of Jesus' life and deeds. In fact, there's almost unanimous consent among skeptical critical historians today that Jesus did, in fact, exist. So what kind of evidence is there? Well, we have a lot of textual evidence actually for Jesus' existence. First of all, there's over 42 sources within 150 years after Jesus' death which mentions his existence and actually record many events of his life. So you can divide these 42 sources up into a couple different categories. First, we have the 9 traditional authors of the New Testament. These include Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Paul, the author of Hebrews, which we don't know who that is, James, Peter, and Jude. We also have 20 early Christian writers outside the New Testament. And these include Clement of Rome, the author of 2nd Clement, Ignatius, Polycarp, the martyrdom of Polycarp, whoever wrote that, the Didache, Barnabas, Shepherd of Hermas, fragments of Papias, Justin Martyr, Aristides, Athenagoras, Theophilus of Antioch, Quadratus, Aristo of Pella, Melito of Sardis, Diognetus, the Gospel of Peter, the Apocalypse of Peter, and the Epistula Apostolorum. So those are 20 extra sources. There are 20 early Christian writers outside the New Testament. So we have 9 traditional New Testament authors. Then we have 20 early Christian writers outside the New Testament. So we got 29 so far. Then we have 4 heretical writings. The Gospel of Thomas, the Gospel of Truth, the Apocryphon of John, and the Treatise on Resurrection. And those works are Gnostic works. So that'll bring our total up to 33 sources for the life of Jesus. Now, the most important sources, perhaps, at least to many skeptics of Jesus' existence, are the 9 secular sources that we have of Jesus' life. And that'll bring our total up to 42. Now, these 9 secular sources include Josephus, who was a Jewish historian, Tacitus, who was a Roman historian, Pliny the Younger, who was like a Roman politician, Phlegon, who was a freed slave who wrote histories, and we have Lucian, who was a Greek satirist. We also have Celsus, who was a Roman philosopher, Marabar Serapion actually, who was a prisoner waiting execution. He writes a letter. We have Suetonius and Thallus. So those are 9 secular sources total which mention Jesus' life, or mention aspects of who he was. So it's interesting to compare this evidence to what we have of Tiberius Caesar, who was actually the emperor during Jesus' earthly ministry. So basically, Tiberius Caesar, who was the Roman emperor who reigned during Jesus' ministry, has 10 authors who mention his existence within 150 years after his life. These include, for Tiberius Caesar, Josephus, Tacitus, Suetonius, Seneca, Patroclus, Plutarch, Pliny the Elder, Strabo, Valerius Maximum, and Luke. So if you remove Luke, since he's basically a New Testament writer, there are actually 9 secular, non-Christian sources for Tiberius Caesar's existence. And again, this is textual evidence. This means that there are just as many non-Christian sources for Jesus' life as there are for Tiberius Caesar's. Now that's pretty phenomenal. And to compare the total number of sources between Jesus and Tiberius Caesar, the ratio would be like 4.2 to 1, or 42 sources for Jesus and 10 for Tiberius Caesar. So therefore, there are over 4 times as many sources, textual sources, for Jesus' life and existence than there are for Tiberius Caesar. So if one is going to doubt basically the existence of Jesus, shouldn't one doubt the existence of Tiberius Caesar? Now, many of our skeptical friends will claim, well, why isn't there more evidence for Jesus' existence? Well, there's a number of responses to this claim. The fact is that few records survive for thousands of years. I mean, most of our sources, in fact, that we discover, are found in Egypt or dry places where text can survive for long periods of time. There are also a number of ancient writings that have been lost, including like 50% of the Roman historian Tacitus's works. All of the writings of Thallus and Asclepiades of Mendes, for example. These are ancient writers, and we don't have any of their writings. In fact, Herod, the great secretary named Nicholas of Damascus, wrote a universal history of Roman history, which comprised nearly 144 books, and none of them have survived. And so I think that we can say that there's definitely reason for there not being even more textual evidence for Jesus' existence. So I think based on this evidence, we can conclude with reasonable high probability that Jesus did in fact exist.
And that's what we have for this week's show. We appreciate you tuning in, and there'll probably be more next week. So I hope you'll look forward to seeing the next episode of Newton News.